Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. This morning I am working on some more Limblines. What I am doing is I am going to target some big fish just to see how big a fish I can catch. Most likely fish that I will catch and release. And I'm cutting them a little bit more. Them's about 12 foot, 10 foot lines. The reason is not that I need to be that deep in the water, but my limb, a lot of times when I find where I want to put the limbs way up there, and I can adjust this and wrap it around the limb. I can take it right there and tie it off however I want to do it. So I can adjust my weight right there. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to put an overhand loop down here at the bottom. I build them just like I build my little ones, all of them the same. I just, on this, and I'm putting all big gear. I'm putting big swivels because I'm not taking no chances, because I am trying to target how big of a fish I can catch. And I mean, you never know what's going to happen. It ain't that, hey, it's going to take that big a swivel and all to handle it. You can get by with some smaller stuff, but if you've got it, go big, you know. So right here, I have got some pretty good size swivels, and I need to clean this eye up because I don't need nothing fraying my, right there, that'll do. So I'm gonna run and these are 3-ounce swivels. I want to make sure that don't go into and it'll catch on that knot and won't go any further down. So then up here on the upper end, I'm gonna do like I always do. I'm gonna tie me an overhand loop. That gives me something to hook to whatever limb I've got up there. Then from there, I want about 2 foot right here. On this, it'll be in the water getting frayed. I'm gonna melt them a little bit. Probably should have melted them other one, but them knots will hold them. All right, on one, we're gonna put an overhand loop. And I like the overhand loops so that I can do this. So I got my swivel, and if something happens and I tear up gear, I break a part of it off, I can pretty well change that on the water and not be a big problem. So right here, RiverCats Tackle, y'all. I've been playing with these hooks some. I've had them for a little bit. I hadn't done a lot of videos talking about them. I wanted to test them. I had one the other day when I was on the Pearl River. I hung a big bait on there, and I don't know what got on it. The hook did not give up. They broke tarred bank line off up here. Now, I was using this small tarred bank line because I was in an area that I really didn't think I was going to catch no giant fish, and I wound up catching some bigger fish than I saw. So these are RiverCat Tackle. These are 8/0. I've got some 9/0 right here that I am going to use. I also have 7 and 5. They've got, here's some more 7s that are, and they've got several. This is a trot line series. And these are made with German alloy steel. It says I've got 5/0, and they even go down. They got some straight shank hooks, but they make good catfishing tackle. And since I've been using them, I'm becoming a believer that they better hooks than what I had been using, because I have had hooks, you know, tear up, bend, break, whatever. So right here, and I melted. There's a ball on there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that through. When I melted, let it ball up too big. We got it through. So what I do, always start in through the front. It just helps that hook set. I wrap one whole time, and then I go back through that loop. You tie your hooks away. Everybody's got an ideal way to tie it, but I have found that that'll just simply hold it. I can probably about bend that hook but I had them tied like that and held it till the line broke. So that is what I am building today, and I am running that through them weights. I have some that I may put on these huge weights, I don't know, but these are my big line. So I brought them on a board just like I do any of my other hooks. All right, y'all, so I've got 7 on this, and I think what I'm gonna do, I've got 6 of these big weights. I think I'm gonna make the 9/0 ones right here with them, and I'll probably do that off camera, because I mean, there's no sense in doing the same thing over and over. I may go out here in a little bit and demonstrate, because I get a lot of questions on how do you tie that knot, how you tie them on that limb line, because they see me reach up there and just pop that knot loose, it's loose and I'm gone. And I learned to do that from an old man that was my wife's uncle, and he was good at catching catfish, and I learned a lot from him. And that's what I'm trying to do, is keep that knowledge alive that has been handed down. So that is where I learned a lot of what I know, is from the old guys around here that's been doing it for a lot of years. So I'll show you that in a little while in another part of the video, so hang with me. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try to demonstrate tying this limb line. And I just got a nut on here because my limb lines were longer than what I could do right here. So you got this loop like this. It's just an overhand loop. Throw it over that, cross it, and right here you pull up the end that has got your line on there, and you just tuck just the knot under there. Sometimes you got to work all of that around to keep it tight, to get it. But there's a reason I do it this way. And I know people say, oh, a clove hitch, and it's pretty much a clove hitch, but you leave this out. And the reason for that is when you get ready to go collect these limb lines, it's hanging there, fish on it, and I can't really jerk on it without shaking the camera too bad, but that ain't coming loose. When I get ready to collect it, just that easy. I hadn't got to go to digging at it. And I can tie it pretty fast. Once I get I'm done. I mean, it's tight, and I ain't got to slip it over the end of limbs or anything. Get ready to collect it, and you can tie it either way. It don't matter which way you cross it. I mean, if you start here and cross that way, or if you want to start over here and cross over that way, as long as you cross over it and tuck the knot in the other side of the cross. It's just that easy. Ready to collect it, boom, I'm gone. Well, y'all remember the death of the tripod? I ordered one on eBay and it come out to be the wrong one. I didn't pay attention to what I was ordering. Let's see how this one turns out to look. I wanted the same thing I had before. My Lord, the thing brand new. It's brand new. Got a 5-year limited warranty. I bet that's expired. Ooh, what is this sticky mess all over the, man, you can't get nothing nice. Well, I don't know what that is, glue. It is somebody wants to know what this is. This is a VideoMate 1 tripod. This is what I use for my iPhone. This is what I like. This is the way to go. Came with a thing on it. I have got to clean this sticky junk off though. This thing is light. I mean, that is what I like about it. And it is compact. I can fit that in and it is sturdy. well made. However, it won't hold up to backing over it with a Honda. So I have my old dead favorite tripod replaced now. And now before somebody gives me a whole bunch of pointers on how to get that off, one little shot of WD-40 and it wiped right off. So I knew if I didn't address that, I was gonna get about 1,500 different pieces of advice on the best way to get that all off. And I'm gonna tell you, the best way is the way I like to do it, and that's a WD-40. Booyah! I mean, it just literally wiped right off. So. And I don't know what it was like glue. It stuck. But it ain't stuck on there now. I don't like no bunch of nastiness on my stuff. Especially when it's new. I mean, after I done used it, wiped it on my britches leg 2 or 3 times, it's all right. But when it's new, So yesterday, we struck out to go deliver pottery. Did a little stopping around, looking at some odd and end shops, antique stores, thrift stores. I'll show you some clips I got just a little bit out of some of the thrift stores. I have found what I've been looking for. 220K. I don't know what the year is. I have to look. I have to set my phone down or get where I get a better grip on it. Let's see what the date. What year? I can't tell. It says 4 of 80. So this lantern is older than I am. So after all of that, one of my finds that I got. I found in the Goodwill a Magnalite skillet. I got this for $5. So I'm adding that to my old cooking stuff. I like Magnalite. The next thing, I found this old lantern. And it's not a real old one. It is from April of 1980. It says 4 of 80. So it's not that old, but it is old. But it needs a little bit of cleaning up, but I'm not gonna fool with cleaning on it. As far as the inside, it's just, and it ain't bad. This is in really good shape, and it's got fuel in it. But it don't have any mantles, so I ordered some mantles. When I get the mantles in, we'll clean this thing up and get it working, and I want to use it. I like these old style lanterns, so add that to my Coleman stuff. And then the other day, Jason McKenzie sent me a box of, look at these saw blades he cut out blanks. They're knife blanks, but they're made out of some old saw blades, or I think they are. And I hadn't unwrapped them, and then he sent me a big old block of catawba wood. I mean, a big old block of catawba wood. So we're gonna use it to make some knife handles. I'm anxious to kind of see how that turns out when you put oil on it and smooth it. But anyway, just a few little odd and ends we've got going on here in the last few days. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.